So I want to make this video because I want to just expose how much idiots there are on the internet who don't know what they're talking about. Now, if you think these consoles, the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 are underpowered and just slow, compared to what they were saying, you don't know what you're talking about. Now, I play all consoles. I play PlayStation, I play PC, I play Xbox. I'm a big Xbox guy though. And I've been seeing PlayStation fans, Xbox fans, and PC fans try to downgrade these consoles, acting like they're weak or something. And I'm just sitting here like, what the heck? Now, let me explain to you why these consoles are absolutely just powerful. Like, they're completely powerful, and they go with the top graphics cards like the RTX 2080 Ti. And I just want to talk about how dumb these people are, saying they're disappointed that their game's gonna be running at only 4K 60 FPS. Okay, so I'll start with this. First of all, Xbox and PlayStation came out saying what their games will be running on. First of all, Xbox said Halo Infinite's gonna be running 4K 60 FPS. Spider-Man, for PlayStation, Spider-Man, Insomniac Games said their Spider-Man game is going to be running at 60 frames, 4K 60 frames, just like Halo Infinite. Now, if you're me and you know what you're talking about, you're going to say, wow, like, you're going to be surprised by this. You're going to say, this is crazy, 4K 60 FPS on these consoles. But no, console fans, PC players are both saying only 60 FPS? Only 60 FPS at 4K? At highly demanding games? Here's what you don't understand. See this right here? This is the RTX 2080 Ti. Top of the line graphics card. Something like that. Max quality at 4K couldn't even handle 60 FPS in some games. Benchmarks show that even a graphics card that costs the price as both of these consoles combined, just a graphics card, can probably underperform, or no, either do equal or underperform consoles. Do you understand what I'm saying? Red Dead Redemption 2, max quality 4K, absolute, I'm talking about max quality, that's like 60 FPS. Maybe Metro 60 FPS. You know what I mean? At 4K, people are acting like, especially I'm surprised with the console players here, because PC players, they're absolutely like, only 60 FPS. I want to see how much PCs can handle 60 FPS 4K. A lot of them can't go above that. A lot of them, most of PC players can't go above that. Now, Xbox, and now with the console players, they're saying, I thought we would be able to get better than this. I see. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people who are praising for this, the people who know what they're talking about. But I'm talking about the people who don't know what they're talking about, who are just slamming these consoles, don't know what they're talking about. Now, like I said, they're saying we only get 60 FPS? Only? At 4K, by the way? Yes, you only get what you want, 120 frames? That's not happening. That's not happening on my graphics card. That is not happening on 99% of PCs on highly demanding games. That's not happening. You're hoping for this high quality. I think console players especially got this weird thing in their mind that they think they're gonna get 4K 120 frames per second. I'm surprised that Xbox is even doing that with some games. They are. Ori and the Blind Forest is having 4K 120 FPS. That is absolutely crazy. But no, they want to play freaking highly demanding games like Call of Duty, Battlefield, Halo at 4K 4K 120 frames a second, or 100 frames a second, or something stupid like that. I don't know why these people are just absolutely ridiculous. You should be happy that these consoles even give that much power. Give as much power as the RTX 2080 Ti. Almost. Some benchmarks are going to be showing that Xbox even improve on that. well, looking at the specs, you could say that the Xbox is going to excel in some games like Halo Infinite on the Xbox Series X over the RTX 2080 Ti. That costs double than the Xbox Series X. You see what I mean here? I got on the console players a little bit. Now let me get on the PC players, because these guys are absolutely ridiculous. The people who are like, only 60 FPS, only 60 FPS, only 4K, only 4K 60 FPS. Like, every PC player acts like they're playing at 8K 120 frames. You are not playing at that. Most of you aren't playing at 4K. Most of you are playing at 1080p, 90 frames, hopefully. So if you're a PC player and you think these consoles are underpowered, you just don't know what's going on and you know nothing about even PCs. Because these consoles tank, like, I would say around 85% of PCs. From what I looked at the specs, I would say 85 to 90% of PCs. These consoles just squish them. The most used graphics card in the world, I think, is the 1060. You want to know, my Xbox One X, my PS4 Pro shows better performance than the 1060. That's what most PC players use. And PC players are getting on these consoles for performance out of anything. Not customized, not how well you could customize it, not all the other cool things you could do with PC that you can't do on console. No, they're getting on it for performance, because they think every PC in the world is better than a console. It's just not like that these days, especially with these new consoles coming out. You know what I mean? It's just not like that. And PCs, honestly, the majority of PC users it's gonna take a long time for them to catch up to the power of these consoles. Like I said, these have the power of about a 2080 Ti maybe. And most people, 99% of people aren't using a 2080 Ti, but the consoles have the performance of that. So I just don't like when I see PC players who don't know what they're talking about just bash on consoles, because, you know, my Xbox Series X is still going to beat 99% of players. I mean, like 80% of PC players' PCs. So that's what I think, guys. I just wanted to touch up on the subject because I really hate how people are saying 60 frames at 4K is bad. But yeah, guys, join the Discord, put on notifications, like, subscribe, and yeah, that's it, guys. See you.